Hello and welcome to my channel and my very first Overwatch replay. My name is Comrade Boyer, aka Yvonne, and today I'm playing with my buddy Jujubee's Good and Oasis. Oasis is the new map that just was brought to PS4, and it's a very intriguing map because of all the subtleties of being able to come in and out from all sorts of different directions, and it's not a very linear map, it's a very unidirectional map. So today I'm playing healer, and I go with Mercy on this team because what I've been noticing with more recent competitive matches is that we have to go solo healing, and so I think that Lucio is too little healing at once, but Mercy's allows me to move around the battle, make sure to damage boost when I can, and heal a lot of different people. The other thing is that this team comp doesn't have two tanks. We only have the Reinhardt, so it is a little weak in terms of being able to defend. And Reinhardt is very unidirectional. He really focuses that shield in front of him. So when we get flanked from the side, I have no recourse but to really try and fly away, and I got hooked. So Roadhog took me down. On this map, because of the multi-directional aspect, I really prefer to have a Winston to a Reinhardt, even though I know Reinhardt really has a use on almost every single team. So, but Winston's shield is a bubble, which helps to protect everyone around it, and I just really prefer that angle, or that coverage of different angles, as it really helps to provide shield for me as the healer. Now we keep getting, or at least I keep getting slaughtered in the long range. I hold my resurrect here, hoping to get two if I can, but I res Reinhardt because May was able to survive. I'm really focusing on the tank, but if there are other people that get critical, I put my healing beam on them, and when I can, I switch to damage boost. There, I probably should have done healing instead of damage boost, but it's all right. As you can see, we're still really not focusing on preserving our lives. We have a lot of damage dealers, not a lot of tanking. And our damage dealers are getting really spread apart on this map. It's really hard to keep together on this map without communicating. And my buddy and I are just, we're able to communicate and make sure that everything's going all right with us. But other than that, yeah, see that tire comes in. The team is really spread apart, and it's really hard for me to look out for everybody. There, I save that guy's life, but then I get back to focusing the Reinhardt, and they're letting me do free healing. Reinhardt charges in. I really have to get behind because D.Va's ult is going off. The shield protects me. That's awesome. And we're able to really focus this Winston even when he's going ape shit. So as you can see, I'm really trying to move around the battle, but if I get stuck one-on-one, I'm not afraid to pull out my pistol. What I found with Mercy, especially on console, that I've really liked is that so the click in on the left stick is my ability to switch from staff to pistol. And I found that that has really helped me out in those one-on-one situations rather than having to move my finger to the D-pad. So that click in is really, really an awesome thing, and it still maintains my melee, my ability to float. But when I get stuck in one-on-one situations like that, it doesn't really matter, and there's no way that a Mercy is going to beat a D.Va in that close range. So I get back to the battle. I see everybody's going down. We're trickling in like a bunch of noobs, which is really unfortunate. I'm trying to build my ult and maintain the only person who's really contesting the point, preventing it from being taken over. As you can see, we have it at 99%, so if we can repel this attack, then we win the point, but we can't, and they take it over. So at this point, this is the majority of the battle is this map, and it's really quite interesting. The D.Va doesn't have any idea that I'm there. I get back to my team, damage boost the soldier. I notice that the Genji's coming in, probably shouldn't have directly taken out my pistol there. I could have waited a second. Heal, damage to just maintain that my team is kept alive. And that's the real goal of what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to heal. As you can see, Soldier ulted there, and rather than protecting me, my buddy just let him run right behind me, focus me, and then the soldier brought me down. So here I have the res. I get 2. Plus I'm trying to heal that Pharah, but I also don't want to get stuck. I'm getting shot at. So I'm trying to move around the point. The Pharah, I figure, will be able to fly around, and eventually we get to support each other. And after that, we push them off. So go us. Team wins first round. Now this is another one. This map, this control point map, is also interesting because it's multi-level. So what they've done is, like, for the previous level, there's the man cannon. On this level, there's a drop down into the hole, like the well level on Ilios, except for you don't die when you drop down. You can move under the ground. It becomes important to me later in the map, but at the moment I'm just trying to save and heal everyone. Reinhardt's shield is really important to me there, so when I go out and jump to try and heal him, I need to make sure that I can get back to behind his shield. I'm really just trying to focus on everyone that has a critical, especially when they're not the tanks, because when they have critical and they're not the tank, they're at like 40, they'll go down really quickly. The tank can survive a little bit longer when he's in critical, especially if he's not being focused. So that Winston is really, really mucking it up for me. I'm trying to find that Pharah. I have my res. As you can see there, I moved past where I could have res 2 people and instead only get 1. That was a critical mistake for me, and I felt really bad because one of those guys was my buddy. Jujubee's good. Make sure to go check out his channel. So we're trying to fend off everyone. I'm trying to put shots on that Genji. People get back to the point. Our team regroups. Pharah takes out the Genji, and we're all good to go. But at the same time, the other team, most of them got taken out at the same time. We're getting ulted by Soldier, and the Winston coming on the point really forces me to try and evacuate, and the pressure I can't cope with it. I can't fly around enough, so I die. I let my buddy die. Soldier goes down. A lot of people there are critical. I can't really help them, and now I'm stuck by myself in a one-on-one position. I see Pharah over there, so I try to fly over to her Guardian Angel, and I'm able to get to her. Now we're going to damage boost. At this point, one of their opponents has changed to a Widowmaker, so there's a little bit of sniping going on, but I'm hoping that my team can really cover for me. So I'm boosting this Reinhardt. What I really should have been doing is damage boost, but I wasn't thinking straight. I'm really scared of this Genji because Genji crushes these soft targets like Mercy. So I'm damage boosting to try and get out of that situation, and Genji gets brought down. Now, what's good here is we're all on the point together. We've got the Riptire going out so it can deal damage to anybody who's trickling in, which is okay. I'd rather it go out and make sure that they get some 2 or 3 people. We see the Pharah goes down. She got hooked and then blew herself up with one of the rockets. I'm holding on to my res because I don't think that one character, especially the Pharah, is that important. If it was a Reinhardt, I would consider it. If you're only going to res one at a time, I would focus on resing a tank. But at the same time, I feel that here we're getting pressured really hard. So I decide to switch my tactic, resurrect 1. Then I see their Mercy dropped. I took her out. This is really my MVP moment of the match for myself. Get a single headshot on Pharah, kill her. Pressure Soldier, one-on-one, come on, one-on-one me, high noon. And we're able to reclaim the point by putting pressure. Reinhardt came and joined me, so I took out 2. And Reinhardt took out 1, but the Mercy comes back after going down, is able to get that res off, but thanks to Mei, I don't get my shit pushed in with that hook. And make sure that when you're Mercy, you're not afraid to pull out the pistol when there's no one that's going to be pressuring your team. So when that iceberg or the blizzard goes out, there's not anyone that's going to be pressuring us because they're either running away or they're caught in it. So make sure that you can use your pistol. It is actually really powerful. People really underrate the power of Mercy's gun. Or you're damage boosting somebody as much as you can. Really, the number one thing that I think new players who are using Mercy are afraid to do, um, the number one thing that they're afraid to do is to switch off to damage boost or to the pistol. Battle Mercy is like this meme, I guess, in the Overwatch uh, canon, but it can really be effective, especially if you get caught one-on-one or in those low pressure situations. Adding more damage through the pistol can be more beneficial than damage boosting somebody else. There, I pushed the Mercy off. She tried to fly over to the other ledge, but missed horribly. So that was a really good way of pressuring her off. And now they're just trickling in, and we can do some serious damage. Here I'm doing a lot more healing spell than I should be. I should really be focusing on doing more damage boosting. But that's how it goes. See, here I'm doing damage boost for my lead, which is really quite important here. Another mistake that I see a lot of beginner Mercies or less experienced Mercies do is that they put the healing rod or the damage boost on Reinhardt when he has his shield up, and that's a complete waste. If you're going to be paired up with a Reinhardt, then make sure that you're paired up with a Reinhardt and somebody else, or if that Reinhardt is really doing nothing, that's when you pull out your pistol and you shoot from behind the wall. If the Reinhardt isn't taking any damage, doesn't have the opportunity to hit anyone, go ahead and do the damage yourself, or damage boost somebody else like a soldier or a Hanzo that gets behind that wall, because you're just doing nothing and wasting your own time. And that's something that really aggravates me with newbie Mercies. So as you can see here, we've capped the point. They're trickling in. We're taking them down as they come in. Our Reinhardt is going to die here on the left. I have the res. I haven't used it at all, and I haven't felt pressured enough to actually use it on anyone. I probably could have delayed half a second and used it on 2 people instead of just the one, but I figured the Reinhardt would be able to handle himself. It'd be unexpected that he was getting resurrected from behind there. Tracer really loves to take one-on-one. I can't float enough there, and I get destroyed by that Pharah, but that Tracer was horrible, and the fact that we could duel out with pistols is more to her lack of skill than my positive skill. So, again, getting caught in those one-on-one situations, don't go down by just trying to run away. You can run away and simultaneously try to blast your opponent so that you can scare them off of aiming true. Don't know what happens there. Some graphics lag, drop through the floor, but we win, and that's the victory, and that's that. So thank you for joining me on my first Overwatch recap. I'll leave you with the play of the game. Thanks for joining.